much is enough, Kratos? When will it end?
When the glory of Sparta is known throughout the world.
Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of TNT Gaming. I'm your host T.
I'm Tasha.
And we are continuing our journey with God of War Valhalla. Now in the previous episode, we found that Tyr, he was the one that had orchestrated the whole invitation to Valhalla. And what we're coming to find is that Kratos is being put through a trial of some sorts, where Valhalla is testing him and making him reflect upon his past mistakes, I guess.
So I really felt like it's not just his mistakes, but like realization of who he is as a person as well. Because even though he made some bad decisions, he really was trying to protect his family and the people of Sparta.
Okay.
It just...
When he murdered the boat captain?
No, I'm talking about when he made the deal with Ares.
Okay.
Even I felt like it was ego and not wanting to lose, but also because he made a promise to the people of Sparta.
Definitely ego. I think it was more ego and not wanting to lose against his enemies than protecting the people of Sparta.
I think it can be. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be one and the same.
Right. Yeah. Because my thing is, somebody had made an interesting comment. They said that if he had never murdered his wife and child, if it was another woman and child in there, he still would have went on a rampage. He would probably have continued to be on a bloody rampage in service of Ares.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
I never thought about that.
But anyway, let's go ahead and bring this down. He was a monster. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, y'all.
He was manipulated as well, though. The work. Part 1, acceptance.
I will hear.
I wasn't born with the privilege of some of my sisters in arms. I wasn't bred for greatness. I was just the daughter of some poor innkeeper. Matter of fact, I wasn't even his. He just raised me after somebody left me there. I didn't have much going for me, but I had one thing. I wasn't afraid of anyone. If somebody was asking for a punch in the face, I never thought twice. Brought a heap of trouble on myself that way, it's true. But I sure learned how to fight. Enough for now. I'll pick that up later.
Since we keep going back in, I take it this process is working for you somehow.
Yes. Succeed or fail. I feel progress. Clarity. I need to see it through.
Very good, brother.
What is that, mask?
A shield.
Oh, okay.
An infamous act. One they still spoke of in the years of rebuilding. I somehow doubted they meant it so literally.
I'll give you this, brother. Your technique has improved immeasurably.
I needed his power to secure my vengeance against the gods. I believed I had no choice.
No choice? You could have not ripped my head off my body. That was absolutely an option.
And he's back.
But that wasn't the worst of it, was it, Kratos? Killing you deprived Greece of the sun. They were plunged into perpetual cold and darkness. Crops ceased to grow. Famine descended on our homeland. Not that you cared.
Enough.
He is bitter, isn't he?
Wow.
I mean, not that y'all care
Yeah,
either.
that was something that I was wondering, was that if he, because he decapitated Helios, and he is the sun god, if the sun went out. And so I guess that explains what actually happened.
Kratos, I'm curious. Your decision to behead Helios, was it fueled by any personal motivations? Or was it really just a means to an end?
It was not personal. I did know him long before I killed him. He was as insufferable as any god. It brought me no satisfaction.
Did you know what would happen as a result?
When Helios was captured by the god of dreams, the lands fell into darkness and were not restored until his return. I knew exactly what would happen.
Oh, dang. Dang, Kratos.
Wow.
Kratos, I hope you'll forgive me for overhearing. But before you first found your way to me, you were grappling with the symbolism of your former seat of power. May I offer a perspective?
You may.
Before I became God of War, I felt as hesitant as you were. I feared that taking the throne would only validate Odin's power hierarchy, which even then I didn't trust. But I decided I could wield a better influence on the inside than on the outside. There are many ways to lead, but not all of them involve ruling. The throne and the office are only what you bring to them.
I like that.
Tyr, earlier you spoke to me as though I seek to lead. As if I was someone to be followed.
Your self-criticism, valid and otherwise, seem well reflected here in Valhalla. It's no accident that your mind manifested that throne. It's more than a symbol. It's a challenge to revisit your assumptions. Mimir is right. You have the power, and I think the wisdom, to redefine what it means to you. To assert that power is to prove to yourself that the chair doesn't change you, doesn't make you a new person. Not if you know who you are and why you serve.
Wow.
It's deep.
Yeah. Really going in.
Modi. Oh.
Damn.
I'm about to die again.
Oh, plucking a son of Thor out of your memory, of all things.
Guess you're not done with me yet, Kratos.
Oh, God.
And lest we forget, Kratos, lest we neglect to place your deed in full and proper context, I saved your life. Me! And you literally tore off my head for my troubles. Imagine if all your new friends knew how you used to treat your old friends.
Y'all weren't friends.
Of course, you're not the same man, right? Far easier to blame others that way. Am I right?
I know you are a projection of the mind. But for what it is worth, the death I gave you was unjust.
Oh, how touching. Yeah, not actually worth the spittle it took to mumble that out. Do not do that again. Nobody wants to hear that from you. A little something to remember me by. I truly hope it brings you unrelenting torment.
Is it a mask or a shield?
Looks like a little. It looks like
Chills
both.
you just a little when they do that, doesn't it? Feels like judgment. A minute off. Now we'll see who's half a man. Why are you using that weapon? Are you confused? Such a mindless brute. That's it. You opened a way forward with your blood-soaked and savage ways.
Oh, hello, brother. I'm back.
Kratos, I've been awaiting your return. I have another cherished weapon from my travels to show you. Ready to see?
Oh.
Oh wow.
Defend yourself.
That's cool. He's fighting with different weapons from different mythologies.
Yeah. Is that from Egypt?
I don't know. I don't know. Either that or be like a radio. or something.
Trust your instincts, Kratos. Having
Oh.
fun yet? Tell me, Kratos, truly, how did it feel to plunge your homeland into darkness?
I did not intend the land to suffer, but I was indifferent, consumed only by rage and retribution.
That is not what I asked. How did it feel, in that moment, your soul given over to darkness, bringing a darkness over everything you could see?
It felt true.
Darkness comes! You occur!
Oh,
Get out of the darkness, brother.
Are you ready to win? Show me!
oh, damn.
Show me that Spartan grit. Darkness comes! You occur!
Get out of the darkness, brother.
Come to the light.
Dang, he got him. He barely got him.
I yield. I yield.
Good then.
I don't think you were indifferent, Kratos. I think you were hurt. Deeply hurt. And you handled it unskillfully.
Wait, is that you restoring the sun? You took Helios's chariot and put the sun back in the sky, but sacrificed yourself in the process.
Yes. I fell to my death and was saved by Helios. But this memory happened before I killed him. My evils were yet to come. What is the point?
That your legacy has always been a complicated one. That goodness is not a destination we arrive at, but a practice. Misfortune may drive anyone to darkness. We resist it only through wisdom and vigilance. You are not so unskillful now as you were then. Better voices in your head, you might call it. I think that's enough for now. You have much to contemplate.
Yes.
Back to the beach then.
You should be proud of your progress, Kratos. See you soon.
Oh. Wow. So it really seems like Valhalla or Tyr is really pushing Kratos to his limit and really forcing him to think and reflect upon his actions. Because this is exactly what we were talking about before. As he had asked him, you know, how did he feel depriving his people of Greece? How did he feel about removing the sun from the sky?
Well, I mean, they couldn't eat, they couldn't farm.
Right.
But what was interesting, he was saying Helios saved him. He put the sun back in the sky using some chariot, but the way it was done, it sounded like it was backwards.
Yeah, so originally in the other game, Helios was captured by the Dream Weaver or whatever, and Kratos saved his life. And Helios had the flaming chariot, and that's what actually was the sun. And so when he rescued him, he put his chariot back in the sky, and that's what gave it life.
So that's a good deed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he still went on to murder him afterwards. And that's what Tyr was getting at. He was like, how did you feel doing this?
Yeah.
And he felt remorseful, but at the time he was saying he was blinded by rage.
Yeah.
And so I think that allowing Kratos to have this time of self-reflection is is really gonna truly show like how he's feeling on his inside, if he's willing to take up the mantle, I guess, for the God of War,
like
for
therapy.
Valhalla. Absolutely, this is definitely therapy, because I think that what Tyr is trying to find out is if he is ready, or if he is capable or has the capacity to truly be in that role.
Well, I thought that Kratos, he didn't want that role. He didn't want it.
He doesn't.
But he's still going through the trials.
I think that he didn't want the role because he knows what he's done. And he probably feels like he's not fit.
Okay.
And I think that him going through this is allowing him to rediscover himself, but also
What the role would be as God of War, and not like a throne,
right? Yeah,
a ruling position, not a ruling position.
Right, exactly.
That there's different ways to govern.
Right. I think Tyr really is trying to find out where his heart is.
Okay.
You know, but let's continue.
It seems like you're making progress, whatever you're doing in there.
Perhaps.
Listen, I know I made you feel like we expected more of you than you could give. And I just want you to know, I'm not asking you to change how you are or who you are. We had to break the old world to build a new one. Picking up the pieces and putting them together stronger. It's a rare opportunity. You made a difference here. In some circles, a symbol of change. On many days, just knowing that you're a part of the council is enough.
And other days?
You've earned a voice. How you use it is up to you.
Wow.
Sigrun, inside we encountered a son of Thor.
It wouldn't really be him in there, I can assure you. You have a memory of a past fight, and I'm sure Valhalla takes advantage.
But why him?
I don't think that's for me to say.
Well, something for us to ponder in between melees.
Your adaptability is yielding results.
Air.
Use this. There is a secret weapon that turns challenges into triumph. And that is your ability to adapt.
Wow.
Continue.
Early in my life, before I was a Valkyrie, I was a healer in a small village. My father trained me in the use of herbs and natural remedies. To him, coming from a long line of herbal healers, that was the only true medicine. But visiting the city, I saw healers who used magic. Only magic, to treat their patients. I'd seen it work. And work wonders. I tried to tell my father, but he said mage healing was against his philosophy. A dangerous shortcut that violated tradition. Being a good daughter, I respected his convictions. But that all changed when he took ill. That's a good place to stop for now. When you're further along on your journey, I'll share the next part of my story.
Luna.
Yeah.
Please, accept this. Keep shattering those limitations, General. Back to my story.
I will hear.
So, there I was, Little Miss Brawl Magnet. If I wasn't starting the fight, I was the first one charging in to join it. Maybe it's something in the Asgard water, but it seemed like there was always a fight to be had. I guess I needed the rush, something to keep me sharp, feeling alive. I was driven without fear or frankly much sense to hold me back. Got myself a bit of a reputation, and that ended up being a problem. This notorious bully I'd humiliated held on to a grudge and tried to track me down. Found out way too easily who I was and where I lived. Set out to teach me a lesson. We'll pick it up there when you progress further.
Tell the whole story.
I know.
That looks like a doll.
A substitute daughter. A box full of evils. This one feels important.
This is your blacksmith story, isn't it? This girl was the key. And he died protecting her.
Protecting her from me.
That was Hephaestus'
I
daughter.
opened that box.
Pandora.
To kill Ares. And what I released.
Pretty much turned all the gods crazy. Thanks again for that.
quiet.
was already crazy.
Unfortunate. The time I spend in my own Valhalla means you get more time with him.
I wonder what's going on in the Valhalla.
I know.
I want to see.
Right. Well, yeah,
He
because
has a body.
well, not only that, but Mimir wasn't exactly a good person either. Because remember when he went to the elf world, they didn't like him.
Yeah.
He was like Odin's overseer.
Kratos, how well did you know the blacksmith's daughter?
Pandora. She reminded me of my own daughter, who I lost long ago.
I'm sorry. Even at your most vengeful, you must not have wanted to see harm come to her.
Pandora was innocent. The way she saw things, she could reach me when few could. She deserved better than to be a pawn, sacrificed in a game of gods.
Your regret is palpable. But thank you for letting yourself remember. That is important.
You and Sigrun. I am still waiting for the part where you spoke.
In my defense, I only told her the truth because it struck me in the moment. I told her my feelings for her were deep as Rand's Hall and had been for as long as I'd known her. But just then a kind of revelation came over me. A sudden cold clarity that it was vanity to imagine that I, as I am, could be enough for her as she is. So I heard myself tell her that I didn't think I could give her what she needed.
Now, I am mad at you.
Pile on, brother. I deserve it. Kratos, about this boat captain. If you needed his key to save others, why does it seem to bother you so? Your actions in this case seem justified.
The captain was swallowed by the Hydra before I was able to kill it. When I entered its maw to retrieve the key, the captain had somehow survived, dangling over a fall that would surely kill him. I saw the terror in his eyes as he fought to hold on, and in relief when he believed I would save him. Instead, I took the key and dropped him to his death. And it was all for nothing. The women
That was
dead.
Sorry, brother,
Yeah.
but maybe we reserve our talks for safe spaces.
Agreed.
He was like, oh, thank you. I've been waiting for
He
you.
come to save me.
Right.
I was like, I didn't come
You've
to
told
save
me
me.
I
many
didn't come
times
for
of
you.
mortals you killed when in the god's service. Think about this boat captain.
It would have cost me nothing to show him mercy.
Yeah.
His life was in my hands. To be so casually cruel, this man did nothing to me, and I treated his life as nothing. He was not a god who'd manipulated me nor found me in service. I cannot hide behind my thirst for revenge. He was just a man afraid for his life,
That was it,
attacked
man.
and swallowed by a monster he had no hope of defeating. But the Hydra was just an animal. I showed him what a true monster looked like.
Damn. Wow.
Where is Freya?
Away for the moment. As you know, she's attending to many things presently. Establishing a new governing body for the realms is no simple task. There are leaders to find and recruit, negotiations for sharing power. I'm sure she'd prefer to be here, but you'll have to make do with the three of us for now.
I'm sure we're in excellent hands.
There.
You've earned this. Valhalla recognizes your determination. Let it empower you as you evolve. I'll tell you more of my story now, if you care to hear it.
You may speak.
If you remember, my father had fallen ill. It was bad. An illness unknown to us. I offered to fetch the mage healer from the city, but my father refused. He insisted herbs were the only way to help him. You can guess what happened next.
He died.
He was gone before the spring. I was devastated. In time, I grew to hate my father's philosophy and dedicated myself to healing through magic. It was a blind rejection of an entire field, because I believed it failed my father, because I blamed his death on his faith. The truth is, I traded one limiting perspective for another, but I wasn't ready to see that yet. That's a good place to stop for now.
The more that Valhalla makes me revisit my misadventures with Oberon, the more like a dream it all seems. Which is ironic. Back then in my youth, I could hardly bear to sleep. Then, with time, I came to value a proper night's rest. In captivity, it was nearly the only escape I knew. And then the need to sleep went away completely. And I don't miss the time lost. Damn it, brother. I do miss dreaming. The mind comes to terms with itself in ways only possible with your waking judgment out of the way. Our hidden desires, our anxieties. Like a bifrost window to what's going on in your soul.
And Valhalla does the same.
Aye. And I don't think I realized how much I needed it.
Time to die, freak.
Now it's the other one.
Oh, he has a thing in his head. Wonder if they're gonna make him fight Thor.
I'm back to brighten your day. All your righteous haranguing about how evil the gods are, and you somehow gloss over that little extra nudge you gave them.
Opening the box so Athena did not know the consequences.
You would claim ignorance of the consequences of trusting Athena? Is that your idea of a joke, Kratos? Because I admit it's hilarious. But let's be real, Kratos. Whether you should have suspected the consequences or not, you certainly can't claim that you would have cared about them. You wanted the power to kill Ares. And because you wanted it, everything is justified. That's your moral code at the end of the day, isn't it? To imagine you once again holding an office of solemn metaphysical responsibility. A trusted figure. A worshipped figure. The absolute gall of you to let yourself consider such a thing. I guess irony can have you when it earns you, or something.
Helios is definitely like the voice of doubt.
The voice of what?
Doubt.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, how precious. I don't think you can be trusted to keep that safe at all. Pretty sure he agrees with me.
Oh, I'm back again. Still not used to that.
Well done, Kratos. I have one last weapon to show you. I think you'll enjoy it, if that's the word.
It's a katana.
Come on! Be ready. Hookson!
He's the last one.
That's kind of cool. Like, Tyr is like a master of all weapons.
He is a god of war.
Right.
When we were here last, you told me of the fear and hatred you released when you opened that box.
I remember.
What I ask you to remember is what was left behind. Complete the story, Kratos. Come on! Don't hold back. I won't. Are you ready to win? Show me.
Huxen!
Select one choice!
Fight! Be ready! Huxen!
You're about to die.
Watch out!
Oh, make it.
Come on!
Okay, get up here.
Anger is your fuel, your edge! Huxen!
The left one's up point!
Huxen! Be ready!
Got him, come on.
Come on!
There you go. Time to kill him. For real.
Oh, no. Oh, no, don't kill him for real. Oh.
Stop, Kratos. I yield.
Maybe you're like, not this time, Tyr.
It's amazing to watch two gods of war fight.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what your mind has worked out. When the evils of the box were purged, what remained was hope,
Ooh, he took the sword
which
of
you
Olympus.
chose to release back to the world.
Yes.
I remember.
After everything, you came back full circle to sacrificing yourself.
My death would have been just, but it was not to be.
Yes, you lived, and hope still lived inside you, from that day to this one. One might say you brought hope back to these realms after a long slumber.
Wow.
Box or no box, Kratos. Hope and fear and love and hate exist in every one of us. The question is, which will you choose to let guide your actions?
Ooh,
Each choice we make shapes our world.
wow.
I see the truth of it.
And
I believe I am ready to walk through that door.
excellent.
Let's go crazy. I feel like we're all getting therapy.
Yeah. Get free therapy through
Yeah.
God of War. Oh, shit.
What can I say to you?
Oh.
I remember how it felt to take that throne. All that it meant. And all that it did not. A god of war. God of pain. Of suffering. Of destruction. And the one said I chase redemption that I know I can never deserve. What does that make me? God of fools.
Oh.
A god of...
Hope. God of redemption.
hope.
Yes.
When all else is lost.
Oh, you got it.
You lost everything. And everyone. You became... There is no forgiving you. You chose! I chose. And now,
Forgive
should
yourself.
I, this same man, should I sit, take Proclaim. Lead. Place myself in service. In service. Should I lose everything and everyone? There's to be enough left inside so that I do not become you. I do not know. But I have hope. You are cruel and arrogant and selfish. But you are more than that. You have always been more than what others saw. You are more than that.
Oh, wow.
Forgive yourself, Kratos.
Well, looks like I missed everything.
He was sitting on them.
I'm saying the same thing.
Did you find what you needed? Glad to hear it, brother. We're done here then, so, what now?
Now,
Rebuild.
I believe I would like to sit here for a while.
Yay. That was nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Mimir's like his advisor.
Oh, yeah.
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 Well done, General. I had no doubt you would see this through to the end.
Congratulations. I hope Valhalla gave you everything you needed.
Look who's returning from the front gate for once. Something must have happened in there.
Said from
I
the
take
front
it this
gate.
is a good...
I will join you. I will try to be what the people need.
Good. I'm very pleased to hear that. And that you found what you needed here.
I could not have done so without my friends. I am grateful.
Valhalla is at your disposal, Kratos. If you have more you wish to work out, now or later, we will heed the call.
Wow.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, no.
So it looks like that is the end.
That was so good.
Yes, that was so good.
I was finding myself getting a little teary-eyed.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah. Right.
'Cause, I mean, like I said earlier, it felt like a therapy session. It felt like Kratos needed to forgive himself.
Right.
And the talks he had with himself, like at the end, and was saying, like, there's a side of you that people did not see, you know, and all we seen sometimes was rage and anger and hurt. But at some point, it's like you can't blame him. You know, he went through a lot.
Yeah, he went through a lot of traumatic experiences.
Right, and at some point, you have to forgive yourself. And I think a lot of times we have to have a talk with ourselves. We might not, you don't want to go to Valhalla to do that, but, you know, a little therapy session with yourself and to forgive yourself and to move forward. It was like beautiful to watch,
right.
you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think everything came full circle. This gave me a sense and a feeling of completion, especially coming from God of War Ragnarok, because Ragnarok really felt like it felt like Atreus' story. 2018 and this game felt like Atreus' story, but this really put this small little DLC content put things in perspective for Kratos, and he was able to come full circle with who he is and what he's done and move forward. Yeah. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. And it's been quite a journey. It's been quite a journey experiencing Kratos' life from all the way from the beginning, all the way up until this point. And so, guys, we want to thank y'all so very much for hanging out with us on this journey. There's still more to come because we have more God of War content that we're going to be doing. But now the question is, what is Atreus doing? What is he up to? And now that Kratos has this new role, I guess he's the God of Hope. I mean, because you called it. What is he going to do now? Is he going to stay in the Norse mythology or the Norse world? Or is he going to move on to something else? So guys, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let us know what you think. What do you think about this overall experience? If you've been on this journey with us from the beginning, what do you think? We would love to hear. Leave your thoughts down below. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and we will see y'all next time. Peace.
I think he's still the God of War, babe.
Well,
just in a different pantheon.
Well, Tyr is the God of War. It's not like Tyr relinquished his power.
I thought he did.
No, he was just like trying to see if Kratos was up to being like a god in their realm, I guess.
I thought
because it's not like he passed the torch to Kratos.
I thought that's what he was doing.
Oh, it didn't look like that to me.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was either like you're gonna like you're either gonna do it or not, you know. But you know what? Something something that was puzzling to me was that they had the younger Kratos, but he didn't talk. And so when I seen him, I was thinking that it was going to be T.C. Carson and that he was going to be like, say something, you know? And that would have been cool. That would have been really cool. Yeah. Especially since people have been debating since the beginning who is better, the younger Kratos or older Kratos.
Fair.
I mean, no, it's not fair, but people like the younger rage-filled Kratos, or some people like the younger rage-filled Kratos more than the older Kratos.
Okay.
You know, and I understand. I see both perspectives of it, because the younger one, especially when you're playing the game, he feels angry and rage and powerful.
And you're poking out people's eyes.
Yeah, and you're gouging out people's eyes. Versus the older Kratos, he's more wise, he's more reserved, and although the rage is there, it's not as explosive as younger Kratos. Okay. So yeah, that was something that I know people are looking forward to as well. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, but guys, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Take care. Peace.